Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Friday, June 2nd, 2023. We go to Senegal, where protests that have erupted have ended up with deaths. 9 people were killed in protests following the sentence of Senegalese opposition leader Ousmane Sonko, who authorities in Senegal said that Interior Minister Felix made the announcement on state television. On May 31st, a court sentenced the former presidential candidate to 2 years in prison over corrupting the youth, but acquitted him of rape and sexual assault charges. The court ruling and protests are happening at the same time as the launch of national dialogue between the government and the various political and civil society players. Sonko, an outspoken opponent of President Macky Sall, was arrested back on May 30th, interrupting his cross-country march. An interior minister added that Sonko had not been arrested, but rather dropped off at his home in Dakar. Sonko called on his supporters to protest on social media against the current government. For Sonko and his opposition party, the arrest underlined Sall's intentions to run for a third term, which Sonko has denounced. Sonko had said that the 2016 Constitution revision reset the counters and therefore erased President Macky Sall's first term that started back on 2012. Those in Senegal, let us know on if you were surprised at all by the sentencing of the opposition leader and if you feel that an appeal will be made and granted. Let's go to East Africa, and specifically Sudan, where the ceasefire talks have been suspended. In a joint statement, the Saudi Arabia and the United States say that the violations from both sides impeded the delivery of a humanitarian assistance and restoration of essential services, and that are the purpose for the end of a short-term ceasefire. The statement says that the facilitators have communicated to the parties that they will need to take and demonstrate meaningful commitment to the talks that happened back in Saudi Arabia. The parties have privately communicated confidence-building measures that they want to see implemented by the other party prior to resuming the talks that were created in Saudi Arabia. Previously reported, the Sudan Armed Forces announced their withdrawal from further participation in the Saudi Arabia talks because repeated violations by the Rapid Support Forces. Those in Sudan, let us know if you see an end in sight in the fighting and if you see resumed peace negotiating talks between both sides. Let's go to the Caribbean and end it there. We go to Turks and Caicos, where the government has urged individuals to stay aware for this upcoming hurricane season. The 2023 Atlantic hurricane season has begun, and residents of Turks and Caicos have been urged to take precautions. The Minister for Physical Planning and Infrastructure Development, Jamel Robinson, said that Turks and Caicos citizens should not be complacent in their preparations, even though forecasters across the Caribbean predict that the hurricane season could be near normal or below average. The Minister Robinson also stated that the Caribbean is now experiencing a level of hurricanes and impact that we have not seen in a long time, while preliminary predictions by hurricane researchers suggested that the 2023 hurricane season is expected to be a slightly below average. My personal motto from back in the days has said that it only takes one. The minister also said that damage caused to the Turks and Caicos Island last year during the passage of Hurricane Fiona should serve as a reminder of how vulnerable the territory is. The first named storm of 2023, Tropical Storm Arlene, developed on Friday in waters between western Cuba and Florida. Forecasters predicted that there could be about 11 to 17 named storms just this year. Those in Turks and Caicos, let us know here at Kush News if you, in fact, also are on the minister's side of taking the most precautions as possible, or if you feel that things are being blown out of proportion and, in fact, let the researchers be correct on their prediction of below average hurricane season. When we come back, we will have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, hey, didn't even see you there. I'm Ochanda with Kush News, exclusively on Kush Convos TV. We provide the news each and every single day to the African diaspora. Numbers show that the African diaspora population globally is at over 100 million. This is your chance for your business to have ad placement during the show. We offer different ad packages. And once again, we provide the news each and every single day. When your dad has a problem with his glass eye, we provide the news. When your best friend has brought over her kids so she can go out, we provide the news. When your cousin has came over, used the bathroom, and now the toilet is clogged, we provide the news. I'm Ochanda at Kush News. Reach on out to the email address below.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from the Luo. Nango. What's going on? I might know a couple things about them. Let's hear this Luo proverb. And it reads, "A child's lie is like a dead fish in a pond that in the end always comes to the surface, explains his mother." Once again, a child's lie is like a dead fish in the pond that in the end always comes to the surface, explains his mother. Luo proverb. Aye! Hey! What is Omera? I like that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the interpretation of that is, I feel like it's pretty evident, but for those that might not fully understand that is come on, man. Everything that you do, unless you want to keep that hidden, is gonna be found out. Just know. Eventually, there's gonna come a time where it will be revealed. So, own up to it. Either own up to it or just do your best to not draw too much attention to that thing that you know that you don't want other people to see or hear. That's it. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, or concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for today and any other time that we upload material. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.